So we are having another fantastic day today in our portfolio. If you have not started investing, it's not too late. So definitely not too late. But the party's just begun. So you can still be fashionably late to the party, and that's still cool. But do not miss out at all if you can avoid it. So today we are up 14% today, and the market as a whole, at least the Dow Jones, is up 1 point. That's so crazy. All right, 1.7%, and the Nasdaq's up 1.33. We're up 14% today. Aftermarket's down a little bit, but kind of happens. It'll bounce back up. I'm not too worried about that. But we're basically this close to our first $10,000 day, so which is really cool. I mean, overall, we look at the stocks, and with a rare exception, it's just green, 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 green. Bitcoin, not that we ever really talk about that, is close to 10,000, which it's been its ceiling lately. But overall, just awesome. So, big picture is number one, as states reopen, New York reopened today. I think that was probably the big impetus for this kicking up because all the media is pretty much in New York, and they have reopening, even though nobody's really reopening because of the riots and just a number of things there. But sentiment's up, they view demand is up, and they're looking at these prices as like, oh my God, the same way that I am. Like, you're never going to get these prices again. So let's go ahead and buy in early. So we'll talk about some big movers today. All of them are big upward. There is no big down mover. All right, so we'll look at, actually, let's take a look at this first. We'll go to the top movers on Robinhood. And let's see, are they listed there? We'll go back here for a second. I just want to take a look at this one. All right. All right. So we'll sort it by price today. But oil is up 178 today. Chesapeake Energy up 170. I mean, you could have literally just thrown $100 at it and made $200 in pure profit. Valaris, I think that is a petroleum. Hertz, we'll look at in a minute. Which it's interesting. We'll talk about that because I was looking at something related to that shortly. Denbury, I'm not sure what that is. Petroleum. Invesco, that's one of our holdings, up 65% today. I mean, the big ones are just big. I mean, this list is probably too big to even list. Down, the worst one today was 20%. Luckin Coffee was the Chinese company that had they faked their numbers basically. But we don't have anything here that is on our thing. And Huffman Mifflin, they do school textbooks. All right, so let's take a look at Azul Airlines, up 35% today. They basically are a Brazilian airline, and we bought them for $8.23. It's now at $17.15 and moving. So basically up 35%. We're up 108 for overall. And again, it's just increased demand. There's not really much to it, but we'll see the airline sector improving. IVR is up 64% today. One of the big movers today overall. We bought this at $391 overall, and it's now at $633. So we're staring at an 80% improvement, although I think it's going to go a lot higher than that. This is a REIT, so they do commercial or residential mortgages. So as people are going back to work, you saw the jobs report, the sign that they're going to be able to fund mortgages, and people are paying their mortgages, and when people pay their mortgages, REITs get paid and they make money. Redwood Trust, same thing. It's another REIT. It's up 23% today. We're up 211% for this overall, which is really good. Again, that sector is really good. GNC, which was our flyer stock, we bought it at 50 cents, and it went up 105% today. I like seeing that. That's pretty nice. So it's at $141. So we're up 181. We're up $1,400. So that is pretty cool. Triple your money. Therapeutics MD, just a biotech stock. You never know what's going to pop. So overall, it went up 25%. Recessed about 6% today. It's about what you should expect. We're up about 22%. But it's really one of our newest stocks, so I don't expect that percent to be as high as some of the other ones, at least in the short term. All right, we're going to to those two later. Targa Hospitality, we don't own this, but they do. They basically do hospitality services for the West Texas oil industry. So they're up 24% today. And again, it's as the price of oil goes up, which it has been going up because of demand, these people are going to be more active, and people see their numbers are going to go up. So they went up accordingly. So very good stock. I like it. Soho, the one that I wanted to buy, and I just was late to the party on this one. I'm still considering it, but it went 26% today, and I'm not buying it after it takes a 27% gain that I didn't participate in. So we look at 3 months. It's basically, let's take a look. Recovered for the most part. Let's see, it was at $6.03 when everything went south. It's at $4.49, so there's not a whole lot of upside. Although I don't think it's just going to hit. I was thinking about this over the weekend. I don't think it's going to hit here and then flatten out like it was going. I think because so much liquidity, in other words, so much money that the Fed threw at the stock market, I think you're going to see a rebound that goes over our February 20th numbers. So I'm still looking at this, but I want to see it have a bad day. But for the month, it's up 150. For the week, it's up 62. And for today, it's up 26. So if it has a dip day, let's say I can get it under 4, I'll take a look at that as well. All right. VVI, Viad, this is a company that does basically basically travel and leisure planning and vacation packages and things like that. They went up 22%. Basically, demand's going up. People have jobs. People feel like the economy's getting back to normal, and their spending patterns are going to go up. And plus, as states reopen and have more confidence in traveling, this is where you're going to see that stock go up. And so you've seen it. I am considering buying it, but again, I'm not taking a 22% profit today. I want to see it go down a little bit. So, all right. Now, we went back to a couple things I was looking at. Hertz got delisted for a little bit because they filed for bankruptcy, but they're trading again. They went up 114% today. Look at that jump. So this is where they hit the bottom. And if I would have been, and I'm not the expert, like I said, but if I had seen that they were at 82 cents and bought it, oh geez, what would that have been? 5.67 divided by 0.82. 7 times. If I'd thrown, let's say, $2,000 at it, I would have made $14,000. So I'm a big dummy. But that's okay. I don't always know this stuff, and it's not my job to know this stuff, but I'm just walking you through what I do. Latin American Airlines filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, and that's what you see right here. And then it went down to $1.18, and it's jumped up. So it's back to where it was before. So $2.92. So if it's not going to get delisted, then it's still at a 3-to-1 ratio. And I'm going to consider buying this. So we're going to put in all right, so we're going to put in a buy for this. And again, I don't want to take well, I don't know if I'm going to buy it today, but I don't want to take a 40% gain from today. And to be honest, if I miss out on it, that's fine. But there's no point in somebody else taking the gain and then me buying it high. That's really stupid. Plus, it's up another 12. So it's really up 50% today. So what I'm going to do is I am going to just put let's mark it in yellow. Just to remind myself to look at it. But right now it is, geez, it's a 315. Holy cow. So 319. I had it here at, look how fast it went up just in a couple minutes. So it's basically tied with two harbors, and that one has a better rating on it. So, and a better well, as far as the ratio, it's basically the same. So anyway, we'll take a look at it, but apparently they didn't get delisted automatically. It's an ADR, meaning a bank buys the stock and then resells that stock as an automatic, I think it's automatic deposit receipt. Basically, it's a certificate that counts as the same as share as that stock. So it went down to 242, and actually no, that's just today. It went down to $1.11. So if you had bought it, it basically tripled. So we'll see. And the irony is it has a big sell rating, 50% sell, 33% buy. It just means that the jury's out on it. All right. So that being said, all right. So that being said, we're up 14% today. We'll walk over our holdings. I didn't do a video Friday. I probably should have, but just was busy. I went to the beach Friday. I mean, that's legitimately what happened. I went to the beach all day Friday, got a little bit of what I call a base burn, which means I'm Irish. You have to get a little bit of a burn to start your tan. Pretty much that simple. And didn't do a video, but we had a huge day Friday and another huge day today. I looked at the futures and they were up like 150, but that's just the Dow. It's not really tied into my portfolio, but you just get a sentiment out there. But then it exploded today. So basically, we bought into Iova on Friday at $30.50. That's this one right here. It's already gone up a couple bucks, so we're up 6% on that. It had an 88% buy rating. It's a biotech company. So they're not really you see the upside low here, and it's not really tied into the COVID thing, but it's just a good stock to buy. IVR, we just bought today just because, or I'm sorry, we bought it Friday at $4.50, and it exploded. Like we talked about, it's up at $6.86. And so that's pretty awesome. And then RDI, we just bought literally today before I started shooting the video at $4.50. It's basically I think it's a casino company. Let me take a look here. So we'll go to, is it the casino company or the movie company? It's a casino, it's the movie company. So it's a movie theater. So smaller chain, a lot of them are in the Midwest. We have one here in San Diego. But ended up, I wanted to buy in it, and I knew the stock was going to keep going up, so I just bought it at a very simple limit. Like it was $4.54, I bought it at $4.50, so it filled like a minute later. And it's down a couple cents, but it'll go up. I'm not too worried. That's why you just see the $8 here. But I bought $1,800 worth of that stock. All right, so let's take a look at, and then, Menlo, which is Menlo Therapeutics, another biotech company. This one went up. I sold it. It's funny. I sold it not because I meant to sell it. I meant to sell it as a limit order, but I didn't mark it as a limit order, so it just sold immediately at 193, and it just kept going up a little bit. So if we look at Menlo, they are way down here. And so for the last week, I think I sold it like right here, and I meant to do it as a limit order. I was going to sell it for like $1.90 or $1.80 or whatever it is. But then literally as soon as I sold it, it just kept going up, and there wasn't really a chance to match that same price. So I currently have, let's get that closed out, a limit order at 2. And I don't necessarily expect it to fill because it's sitting here at 220, but we'll take a look at it. I just want to, in case it has a big drop like we saw it here, I want to give myself a chance to get it. But and that's why you see that blank here. I don't normally have blank here. I know I'm going to buy it, so I'm just leaving it there. And it's just a visual reminder for me. So as we look at the stocks, and I know it's gone up a little bit even more since then, our best performer to date is Penn, Virginia. And they're up 332. And what's really cool about that is, where's Penn, Virginia? Let's go here. Penn, Virginia is actually above their February 20th. So this is our first COVID stock that went above its February 20th price, which is good. It means it cracked the ice and good things are coming. So we basically more than quadrupled our investment on that, which is really good. I put 2,000, which is about average. It'd been nice if I put this 9,000 there, right? And then, actually no, number one is Braemar Resorts, and again I bought $700. I can't believe it. I bought the lowest amount of any stock, and it popped more than anything else. So it's just a constant grading and reminder. I just wish I would have popped more of that. Following that up, it looks like our next biggest one is Crestwood Equity, at basically just about tripling our investment. Redwood Trust and Service Company. Redwood Trust is a REIT. Service Company is what is Service Company? They're a hotel chain, and they're basically tripled their numbers. We have GNC, just the total flyer we took is almost at 200%. And where are we? Where is that as far as? It's getting close to the 224. It's moving up toward its February 20th price. All right, beyond that, we have Eldorado Resorts. They're buying Caesar's Palace. They're up 150. They're still waiting for Every to come up. And Signet Jewelers, which is basically, I think it's like K Jewelers and stuff like that. It's just a mall jewelry company. That's doing well. Velocity Financial popped really quick at 120. So we're basically, for the current portfolio, we're up 88%, just about doubling our stock. Overall, the stocks that I've bought were up 139%. And then based on the deposits that I've deposited, we're up 140%. So basically, including the stock that filled today, the Reading International, the movie theater, we are up, basically, if we just adjust that $1,800, we're basically up, $8,000. So if we look at right here, we're up 9,800 plus. Oh, we've gone up today. So we're basically, we're going to get our first we have our first $10,000 day today. So, and I got to adjust this because the numbers keep going up. So we're slated to have 275,000 in our current holdings, another 10 grand if this Menlo fills. So we'll be up at 284. We have a couple stocks that hit our number. PVAC already hit our February 20th number. That's why it's in red. And Viking Therapeutics, well, they're a biotech company, and Iova is a biotech company, so that really doesn't count. So overall, we're in a good spot. We'll take a look at, it's 120 Pacific. So I'm not even sure if these are going to show 453s. Yeah, so it's so early that the futures aren't showing up yet, but we'll take a look later and kind of see what it's going on. But my guess is it's going to pop again tomorrow. So the next thing we're going to look at is we want to get this number, maybe in the next day or two, we'll get this number over 100. So with that being said, get in. If you don't already have a Robinhood account, click on the link in the video, and there's a link so you get a free stock with that. And then also, if you want to copy this, there's a link in so you can play around with this spreadsheet. Other than that, see you tomorrow.
To get more information on the sales cheat code, go ahead and click on the subscribe button below. Also, down below in the video description, down there, there's a link that takes you to our website. That gives you additional content, some additional freebies that we have, and gives you information on some programs that we have that have been proven to help people to make sales easy so that you can make the kind of money you want, live the lifestyle that you've always wanted, and not have to struggle in the process. And what might be the coolest thing of all is you don't have to put much effort into it. It truly is a cheat code that most people don't know about. And it's a cheat code that can change your life today. So click on the link below and let me help you start to experience these results starting right now.